So yeah, we are back now.
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah.
I think there's no left. Like you've just put, I but think her Mrs. Handbag.
Sam and Toby, Danny too, talking fun with Bruce. Pints in hand, they start to chat. Laughter fills the room like that. Laughs on tap, it's our turn.
Hello. Welcome back to Laughs on Tap. This is episode 2, and we've labelled this one actor extraordinaire today because we're gonna have a little chat about Danny's acting experience in his past. We're gonna start with carrying on from the last bit of the last episode, and it's about this text message. Are we gonna? I think we're gonna put it up here again, um, nicely displayed, and we're going to translate it. Now, you might see on YouTube we had a bit of fun translating this one, but here we go. So it says, "We are back now, all but the missus's handbag, basically all but the wife's handbag. Um, she'd forget her bleeding head if it was not screwed on. Have a good evening. Love you too." Yeah, that was a bit of a little funny one there, wasn't it? But you don't need context for these kind of things. Well, you probably do, but it makes it a bit more funny without it. So we're gonna start off then. What plays have you been doing then? This is all about acting. What plays have you been up to?
What plays have I done?
Yeah, what plays have you done?
Um,
You've done a bit of acting in your time, haven't you?
yeah, I have actually.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start with the first one.
What,
Uh,
back in 1456?
yeah, close
Ah,
on.
close,
Yeah,
close.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah. No, I used to work backstage with what was then
William Shakespeare, was it?
what
W-
what?
It was with William Shakespeare, wasn't it? You said you used to work back. No, no.
No, no,
A bit newer.
no. I don't like Shakespeare. No, I can't handle
Oh,
that.
you and him had. Yeah,
No,
yeah. Ah,
I like this show. Like American shows.
okay.
And the
Okay.
first one, which is typical, I was working backstage on helping them out, and I thought, well, one night I'm gonna go and watch them rehearse.
Mm.
So I did. I went and watched them rehearse, and then it was a case of and this woman who was telling them what to do and whatnot. They were singing away all these lovely songs and that, and it was lovely. And she looked across at me and said, "What are you doing there?" It frightened me to death. I said, "Oh, sorry. I work backstage." I said, I just thought I'd come and see you rehearsing." And that was that. She said, "Backstage? No, you're not. Get up here." Of course, then I was a young bloke, wasn't it? Well, young blokes on any stage is just not around. So you got no chance of staying off stage if you're a young bloke. And so I went. I done as I was
What was the
told.
play?
It was Hello Dolly,
Ah.
musical show. Hello Dolly. It was fantastic. Oh my word, did I have fun? Oh, it was just out of this world.
Were
It
you the
was.
only bloke then?
No, no, no,
No, that was
no,
a few. That was a few.
no. Because during that show it was lovely, and during that show we had a part there which is the waiter's gallop. If ever you see Hello Dolly, within, as I say, is this waiter's gallop. Well, um, guess who was in the front? Me. And they were all in his line, and you could be doing this, and do you think we could get that right? We could not get that right.
So, what was the waiter's gallop a form of dance?
Well,
Was it?
it's literally in this
You
restaurant
had to
where
gallop.
Dolly was, with Mister flipping heck, Mister no, anyway, you'll know him if you watched it. It's
Yeah,
a
I
long
don't think
time
many of
ago.
our viewers will have
This is
watched it.
40 years ago, but nearly. Um, and yeah, we all in a line going towards the front of the stage, and with our things not wanting our anyway, we couldn't get it right. But on the everybody knew we couldn't get it right, and on the Saturday night, it is equate they uh the audience is full of friends, relatives, and everything else on the Saturday night. And I said Saturday properly, look, didn't I?
There you go. Well,
And
he's learning. He's learning very slowly.
I ought to get a bonus point for that. They all knew we couldn't get it right. Well, on Saturday night, we got it right. And there was a humongous applause. It was amazing. And honestly, that left me just so. The actual fact, an older lady said to me, Danny, you keep that as long as you can because that feeling you will never ever get again because that is the first show you've done. And it's bless her. It was Pat actually. But she's yeah, Danny, hang into that. You'll never get that feeling, and it did. It was amazing. I just loved it.
And is that your favorite show you've ever done?
Um, yes, no. There's another one
Go on then. What's your favorite?
uh, well, the one which is never heard of, and I really don't understand why not. Uh, The Hired Man. It's written by Melvin Bragg, and that was an amazingly emotional show. And it's all about the First World War when all these kids and that goes off to war and whatnot. And oh my gosh, every night I can tell you that absolutely serious. Every night we had the audience in tears. They were sobbing, and I got wounded, as a lot of us did, and we were sprawled on the ground, and this chap that we were trying to help get to save him and whatnot, and then it was amazing. The Hired Man, I do not know why that is not more well known because it is such an emotional, I'm going to say feel good thing, but not obviously not feel good, but huge feelings out of it. Amazing, amazing show. And the other one was my last one, which I did cock up actually on it, dreadfully, only on the one night. And that was Titanic. That was amazing. Again, another
Go on
amazing.
then. How'd you cock it up?
Hey,
How did you cock it up?
well, well, yeah. I knew. Well, we were four. I was the richest bloke on board, and we were.
God, there must have been some
We.
very poor blokes on board then.
Hey,
There must have been some flipping poor blokes on board.
no, no, no,
No,
because
no.
I were the richest man.
Ah,
I were a billionaires, like you know.
oh,
Anyway, we were sat. We were meant to be sat at this card table playing cards. Well, on this one night, whoever was in charge of the props, the table never arrived, and so that really confused me, which only got to show how amateurish I was. That really confused me, and I did cock up in the respect of I just forgot my lines, and that was
properly
that.
cocked up then.
Yeah, yeah, terrible, terrible. But there we are.
Gonna ask me what plays I've been in?
What?
Ah, all right then. You gonna ask me what plays I've been in?
Oh, you didn't know you've been in any plays?
I've been in a play.
Well,
All right then.
I've been in the playground a lot,
This is
but
a great podcast.
go on then.
All right, fine, I will.
Go on then.
I was the mayor in the Pied Piper of Hamelin, and I was doing duets.
And what were you then?
I were wee. I was about year six, so
I
nothing
didn't see
special.
that, did I?
But I was the main part. So
Hang on,
yeah,
where was this?
primary school.
Well, I must have seen it, mustn't I?
Nah, you wouldn't bother see me.
Yeah, get lost. I still do. I love seeing the kids do shows and that. I really, really do. It they've got a fantastic group in Froome. And how long do you want this to go on?
How long are you gonna be? Let's not make it too long. But
Well, it
yeah, but it was good. I sung a lot. We did some duets, and yeah,
I must have come and seen it.
I don't know. You probably didn't know you. No, I'm only messing. Um,
Uh,
so if you go on then, if you could play a character, one character in any play or in any movie, I suppose,
Oh wow.
what would you want to play?
Oh dear.
I reckon you'd be a good Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Well, of course, I did go and watch. Vicar Dibley.
Ah,
No,
you
see,
wanna be the vicar? No,
no,
no. Or are you gonna be the
no.
no,
I
no,
thought
no? You're a bit new.
the vicar's a woman. I could play a man, I suppose. But
Are you gonna be the bloke that sits in the back and goes, yeah, no,
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 no, no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you'd be very good at that.
My neighbour said I should do it,
Ah,
but I did do it.
do they even do shows of Vicar of Dibley?
The bloke, what?
Do they do like plays of the Vicar of Dibley?
Well, we had several go around at one time. I went to Frome to watch it, but they'd done it in Trowbridge as well. But I
Ah,
didn't realise that. And and anyway, but yeah, it brilliant. It was really brilliant. They were all such good actors. They really were. Even yeah, no,
that one, yeah.
even
That's a great show if you haven't
ah.
seen it.
It were good. Yeah, it was absolutely. Yeah, you'd sitting it. I mean
Yeah,
that. But having said that, that's not. I really don't know. That's a difficult question, isn't it?
it is a difficult question.
Thinking about it, I would like to be. I've always wanted to be in the pantomime, the Ugly Sisters, one of the Ugly Sisters.
Ah, you toot that.
But I can't do that, see, because I'm too handsome.
Well,
That's the problem.
well, no, I don't know about that, but
No, no, I would. I'd like.
what? So you think you should play Cinderella?
Oh, who who do I think should play
No, you should.
Cinderella?
If you think you're too handsome,
Or not me?
you should
Yeah.
play Cinderella.
No,
No.
no, no,
Ah.
no,
Well, you don't think the
no,
glass slipper will fit you?
no. Let that use a welly boot.
Ah,
Uh,
might get a bit too muddy.
oh, talk about muddy. I did I tell you? I gone on a. Did I ought to tell you? No, I don't know. I gone on what was it site?
That's for another episode,
I thought it
actually.
might be.
Yeah, yeah,
So
but that
I
is
ain't got.
good. You should catch one of their later
I
episodes for
uh,
where we talk about
uh,
Grampy's love life. That's going to be an
live
interesting one.
life. Oh my word,
The lack of,
the
should I
lack
say?
of.
But
But
anyway,
we won't go into
we won't
that
go into
neither.
detail there. So you want to be an ugly sister, do you?
Ah,
That'd be quite fun.
ah,
Who would be your twin or the other sister?
it's her sister, I reckon.
What, you'd be the other sister as well, eh?
No, 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 no.
Who would be the other sister?
I don't know.
Ah,
I don't
well,
know.
that's useful then, isn't it?
I expect I could find somebody down the pub.
I expect you could.
There's some. No, won't use that word either.
No, 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 no,
there's
no,
some
no.
funny fellas down there as well.
But if you were to watch a play, then any play that you haven't seen, what would you want to watch?
Well, if I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't know.
Ah,
Because I wouldn't know. I
it's
wouldn't
a
know
bit
what
boring
they're
then, isn't
called,
it?
would
Well, you won't.
I?
What? So nothing you've ever.
I've seen. We have seen some lovely. I mean, we've been to London several times,
Yeah,
and seen some amazing shows.
I watched Hamilton recently. That was a good one.
Eh?
Have you seen Hamilton?
No,
That's a good one. That very good. Recommend that.
that's that bloke Sherlock, I it? Not Sherlock. That one.
That's Alexander Hamilton. He's one of
Yeah,
the founding fathers of America.
yeah. But didn't didn't the other bloke I don't like? Shakespeare. Didn't he?
No, no,
No,
no, no.
no. I don't know that. No, I haven't seen. No, I haven't
It's
seen it.
worth watching.
Is that in London? Is that in London now?
It's everywhere. I saw it in Bristol.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in London.
I don't like Bristol. Uh, bloody,
Nah, 'cause
bloody
He's a
Bristol.
Wiltshire
Yeah.
fella. He in
Mind you,
Somerset.
I'm getting to dislike Bath as well. Flipping Bath is.
It's the parking. He doesn't like. It's
They
not because he
well
doesn't like the
they
city.
they don't want locals in there. I suppose we did talk to queer. I suppose I don't know, but they don't want locals in there. They want students
And
and
tourists.
holiday makers, and they fleece them all.
Well, they do well from it.
But the poor retailers down there, I do feel sorry for them. But there it is. That's another story. But no, Theatre Royal in Bath. Oh, beautiful,
Yeah, lots of
beautiful.
heritage.
You just amazing. We're so fortunate to have they. Uh,
You got any funny stories then from your time in shows?
Yeah,
that aren't naughty?
yeah. We were doing Guys and Dolls,
Ah,
and in Guys and Dolls, there was a scene where they all sat on these benches singing away, wonderful, and and we were just moving along a little bit along. Was it? And the poor woman next to me, and I was the second one in, and the poor woman next to me on this end of this row, she went flying off the end of this bench. Oh, it was awful, but it was very funny. Yeah, she did. It was funny, but I don't know whether there's much. No, I don't know really. We just had fun. We really had fun. It was great. Um, these societies, they do need supporting. They really do, because it costs a lot to put these shows on, and they do try and they do their best. I've just been to see what did I just see? Sistract.
ah.
I was helping out there on the bar. I usually go and help out. I don't go on stage anymore, but I because I ain't got enough confidence nowadays to do anything really. But the show again, although I was on a bar, but I did go in. I crept in on the sides and watched most of it on the last night, and they're so good. They really are good. The work they put into these shows, and their characters. There's a little girl there which I'd love to be part of her going forward. Daisy, I'll just call her Daisy, and she is magnificent in. She played that funny lady, funny nun, who's all giggly and that, and is
I don't think
all
any of us. I
excited.
don't think we've seen. Well, I haven't seen
Oh,
Sister
you
Act.
should see it. And then and the last show she done was last year, which was Sound of Music, and she played Maria, and she's not very tall, and she's just not she's not Maria, but boy oh boy did she say, and the voice she has is just amazing, amazing. But yeah, uh, yeah, it's been anybody I think who's involved with. I could say amateur dramatics, but I don't like that terminology. I really don't.
What is that?
Well, because there is so much talent out there that yes, they're amateurs, but the talent doesn't deserve that name. I really mean that. Um, they just do not. They just don't deserve the name amateur. I know there's a reason for it, but yeah, there is so much talent there.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but what can I say? I love it.
Well, you can say a lot.
Mm. And of course, gospel choir is another one I've loved, but I'm my life is changing, um, and I'm not sure as it's changing for the better at the moment. But
It will do eventually.
yeah, it will eventually, because I'm sort of,
You'll
I'm,
sort it out, innit?
yeah, we,
This is meant to be a funny podcast. Come on.
yeah.
It's meant to be
Funny.
a funny podcast.
Well,
Not talk about your decline.
I'm so yeah, I'm so sad that I missed Mark falling through the roof of the shirt.
Uh,
That was a pity. I should have had that on camera, but there you were. What can I say? I didn't. It
Too late.
but there is
Well, you got my cup of tea, so that's all right.
yeah, he did get in a cup of tea. Bless him. And but yeah, I love watching um Jethro. He does make me laugh, but the problem with Jethro is he's a
Don't know who that is.
he's a bit naughty to say the least. That side of it I don't like. But
Who are you on about?
Jethro, you don't know who Jethro is?
No idea.
No?
No idea.
Do you know who Jethro is? Cool.
I don't think they can answer you, unfortunately. You
Well,
can answer him like in the comments or something, but
Jethro is so funny. He's a Cornish lad, and he got a
oh,
Cornish accent and stuff like this.
I thought
And
you can't understand him then, surely.
well, sometimes it's a bit of a problem, but the trouble is with him, he can be very, very, very naughty
All
on
right,
what he
so
says.
let's probably
Uh,
not stay on that
he
one too
don't
long
swear
then.
in that. Well, I don't think it's a swear anyway. But it's his comments, which a lot of people don't like.
Well, that's
But
probably for a reason then.
unfortunately, he's died it now.
Oh, he's died.
Only relatively recent.
That's a
But
shame.
he is funny. You got to look at Jethro.
I don't know about that.
And the other thing I do love watching
Viewer discretion there.
is what?
Search Jeffrey at your own risk. I don't know what he's like.
Oh yeah, no, he's no, yeah, definitely at your own risk, yeah. But in general, he's very funny. It's only well, you'll see anyway. Have a look at him. And but the what was I going to say?
So,
I don't know what I was going to say.
well, that's right then.
What was I going to say?
I know.
Not Jethro. I said the other. No, I didn't. I can't. What was I going to say? Can you come back and tell me what I was going to say?
Oh, I don't know. But what we were gonna talk about is a little bit about again. You forgot, but show and tell, and you were meant to bring something,
I meant to bring some.
but
I
we've
come.
yeah. Well, that's not good enough, is it? We don't want you. We want the flipping other stuff. But anyway, what have you got in your head that's to do with acting and the stage?
Oh, nothing.
Probably an item that might hold some meaning to you, or might give us a bit of a ponder about what it is.
I got you, answering questions like this time of day and is hot as well.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
pretty warm today. It's a bit of a
can-
change.
What can I say?
Don't know.
Oh dear, what can I say? Oh, I know what I can say. We were doing
Well, that's a great musical, that.
Oklahoma.
Oh, now I have seen Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's a lovely one. Another lovely show. Oklahoma, of course, these shows and that as the younger generations ain't got a clue. But
All right then.
and I must admit,
I've literally just said I've seen that musical, but
yeah, well, anyway, Oklahoma. Well, there was all these farmers and the cowmen all had to be friends, didn't them? Because they didn't get on with each other. And so here we are saying that cowmen and the farmers and the cowmen should be friends. Bum, bum. Anyway, so
beautiful, angelic
we
singing.
were meant to be just going out there, just brushing up the stage, and we had sort of forks and prongs and whatnot, and all these tools in. And I went out there with a bucket.
So
And
your item's a bucket then.
I went there with a bucket.
Did you milk some cows while you were
No,
there?
he weren't a stainless steel one.
Oh, well, it's a bit useless then.
Well, they used stainless, mind you, they didn't have stainless steel. I don't know what they put it in, but anyway, I had a lovely horse at the time, and so I thought, well, this going out on stage doing all this nothing is a bit stupid, isn't it? So I went and got some horse manure, and we goes out on the stage. And Saturday nights we used to do silly things like this. You know, we had one time when a bloke come in with a parrot on his shoulder. Nothing to do with the show whatsoever. He just walks in with his parrot on his shoulder.
Why? Do
It's
you know?
just have a laugh. It's but, and I walks in with his bucket, and I tipped it over the stage. Not only in a pile. No, he didn't chuck it all over the stage. And
What with the horse manure in it?
with and well, I thought, well, what is all doing? So I carried on walking, and I left the bucket there. And then somebody had to clean it up.
And it weren't you.
Turn eye, no, turn eye, no,
You ran away.
no. Well, I didn't really run away.
Well, you can't
I
really run,
expect,
can you?
I expect what I done.
Is you
'cause-
hobbled away.
No, I
No.
expect I grabbed hold of woman and
Of what?
and when they nice when they that dress up, they nice.
God,
So
apologies for
I probably
dirty old
grabbed hold of
granddad
them and
over her.
started dancing with them because that's do a lot of that seeing that sort of
And then
age.
you slipped out after, like, you were dancing, and then you just let someone else clean up them, and yeah.
Well,
Wow.
uh,
Well, I suppose we better do a little section because we're getting towards the end of the podcast. We're gonna do the little section about the message. Now, last episode's one was a bit interesting, quite out of context, and that's our goal. So I'm gonna do the same thing again, and we're gonna cut to a little scene of Grandad over here speaking in his Wiltshire accent. So yeah, welcome to this last little segment here, where we're going to talk about a message that Grampy has constructed a while ago. So he flipping doesn't know what's going on in it either. Neither do I, and it's going to take some time to translate it. But he's going to say it in his thick Wiltshire accent, and one of you people have to comment down below and see what you think, or just have a go at home. Don't need to comment if you don't want to, and we'll reveal what it said at the start of the next episode. Off you go.
no, I bent you, but look, great in Greenville, but he's everywhere. He's a big I am in Bath. Can't say I'd have liked the bloke, but I don't know nothing about him. Apparently, no, I don't want to go that, do I?
Yeah, so the message will be on the screen. He's read a bit more than he needs to there, but the message will be on the screen. Have a read. It's in a Wiltshire accent, so if any of you can do a Wiltshire accent, try it. Read it in a Wiltshire accent and see if you can figure it out. Lovely. Back to the end of the podcast.
When do I get to promote myself to some lovely young ladies?
Never.
No! What have I got to do?
Okay.
Cut?
Brilliant. Right, that was great. Thank you. If anyone knows how to translate that, because I flipping don't at this point in time, I will do by the next episode, or
Oh,
my brother will do. But if you do, put it down in the comments, and if you get it right or close enough, then we'll shout you out, or we'll do something or nothing. Isn't that right? You got any final words?
well, no.
No. Ah.
Ah,
Ah.
no,
No.
no.
Well, thank you very much for listening. We should be doing another episode in a week or so, so tune in and find out. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.
No,